Starting to get a baseline here. The joint freeing series moves through each joint from toe to head, meant to open us up physically, but also to integrate on an energy level. So we'll check in the beginning and at the end of this practice. You could begin now to take some long, smooth, deep breaths in and out. Maybe a sigh out of the mouth feels right. Just 2 more. Just checking in, noticing your energy, noticing the body, any aches or awareness. Okay. And so we'll begin. You'll come and stretch your legs out long on your mat. This can be done laying down if this does not feel supportive in this position. Otherwise, we will begin seated with your hands supporting you to either side of the hips. We'll begin to notice our toes. See if you cannot move them first and simply bring your awareness to the toes. Your eyes can be closed throughout this practice. You could look at the joint you're working on. Those are your options. And then when you're ready, we'll do each round 5 times. We'll inhale and spread the toes as far apart as you can, creating space between each toe. You'll exhale, squeeze the toes in a tight little toe fist. You'll inhale, spread the toes really far apart. And exhale, squeeze the toes in a tight little toe fist. Good. 3 more like that with your breath. Inhaling, spread the toes really far apart. Exhaling, squeeze the toes in a tight little toe fist. Inhale, spread the toes really far apart. Exhale, squeeze the toes in a fist. Good, 1 more. Great, go ahead and relax the toes. We'll start to bring our awareness up and into the ankles. Noticing the ankles from the inside out. Take a breath. Good, and then we'll start to create some rotation in the ankles. It doesn't matter if they move in the same direction or if in opposite directions. Try to just move from the ankles. Keep your breath flowing and continuous. You can always breathe in and out through the nose, or breathe in through the nose and sigh out of the mouth as needed. Go ahead and reverse your rotation, go the other way. Noticing the ankles, staying with the ankles. Little cracks and pops are totally okay as long as they're not painful or too deep. Good. Let that go. Keep the awareness at the ankles. Bring the feet together. We're going to inhale like you're pressing the soles of the feet together. Some of you may be able to actually do that. And then exhale, move them away from each other. Bring the tops of the feet towards each other. Exhale, tops of the feet reach for each other. Inhaling, soles of the feet work toward each other. Exhaling, tops of the feet. Good, and go ahead and do that 2 more times. Inhale, soles of the feet together. Exhale, tops of the feet. Exhale, tops of the feet. Inversion and eversion. Good, let that go. Separate the feet back to hip distance. Inhale, point the feet. Scrunch the toes. Exhale, spread the toes and pull them back to your knees. Inhale, point the feet, scrunch the toes. Exhale, pull the toes back to the knees and flex and open the toes. Good. 3 more, your breath. Inhale, point and stretch the tops of the feet. Exhale, dorsiflexion. Inhale, plantar flexion. Exhale, dorsiflexion. Last one. Good, relax that. Take one more breath to notice the ankles. Great, we'll make our way to our backs. We'll move into the knee joints. Keep in mind you can always take a blanket underneath your back if your low back feels tender against the earth. Awareness of the knees from the inside out. Try to relax the rest of the body. Good. We're going to extend the left leg up to the sky. It's okay if your leg doesn't go totally straight, but if you're able to, go ahead. You'll inhale there, let your foot relax. Exhale, left heel drops to the bottom. A total release of the knee joint. Inhale, extend leg up. Exhale, totally release. Let the foot go, let everything else go, just the knees. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release. One more, inhale. And exhale, release. Good, release the left foot to the floor. Relax the body. Notice the knees. Good, extend right leg up, breathing in. Breathing out, heel drops to bottom. Each side might be a little different, just noticing. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, right heel drops to bottom. 3 more, your breath. Exhale. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale, let it go. Relax the rest of the body. One more. Exhale, let it go. Good, release your right foot to the floor. Take another breath in and out. Notice the knees. And extending your legs long like Shavasana. We'll bring our attention and awareness up and into the hips. Attention and awareness up and into the hips. Noticing both sides of the hips, the whole pelvis, right and left side. And we'll lift the right leg up as high as feels safe and comfortable for you. Inhale, take it out to the side, bend the knee at about hip height, cross over the midline of the body with the bent knee as far as comfortable. You can lift your right hip off the floor. Straighten the leg out towards the left. Open, big circle, as big as feels okay. Bend the knee at about hip height. Keep the foot relaxed. Cross over the midline with the bent knee. Straighten the leg. Big and open. Bend, cross. Straighten the leg. Open. Good. Bend and cross. Straighten leg. Open with a straight leg. Then bend at a hip height. Cross. Straighten and open. Just one more there. Bend, cross, straighten, and open. Relax the right leg next to the left. Adjust your hips so you're comfortable. Full breath in and out. Awareness of the hips. Good, left leg up. Again, as high as is comfortable, about midway down towards the floor. It'll feel a little bit more like a core activation. So if that feels okay, you could do that. Otherwise, we try to focus our awareness at the hips, our attention and action from the hips. Inhale, leg out, bend the knee. Breathing out as you're ready, cross over the midline. Straighten leg out towards the right. Open hip, as big as it needs to be. Try to relax the rest of the body, just moving from the hip. Straighten the leg, take it out, big and open to the left. Bend the knee at about hip height. Cross with the bent knee. Straighten, open, bend. Cross with the bent knee. Straighten, open, bend. Cross with the bent knee. We'll do that one more time. Open, bend. Cross with that bent knee, straighten and open, rest, Relax the hips, awareness there, full breath. We're going to reverse our hip circle. So staying with the hips, lift your right leg up straight, cross over the midline as it's straight, bend the knee, open with a bent knee, straighten the leg out to the right, cross over once again, bend and open, straighten leg, cross over the midline as far to the left as is comfortable, bend the knee, open hip with a bent knee, straighten, cross, bend, open, straighten, cross. Good. 2 more. Bend, open with a bent knee, straighten leg, cross, bend, open, straighten, cross, bend, and open. And relax the right leg next to the left. Adjust so you're comfortable. Take a full breath in and out. Good. Other side. Left leg lifts, cross over the midline, bend the knee, open with the bent knee, straighten leg out to the left, cross over the right, bend the knee, open with the bent knee, straighten and cross. Do your best to breathe continuously in and out. Try not to hold the breath. You can always sigh out of the mouth. Good, just one more there. Cross, bend, open, and straighten. Relax next to the right. Full breath in and out. Good. Bend the knees, plant the feet, roll to one side. Come up to sit. Here we'll have the legs out towards either side, like a straddle, but not your deepest stretch. You don't want to overstretch here. We're going to work on the torso. So this is not specifically a joint, but it's a highway between hips and heart and the brain. So this is the highway between the more primalistic parts of our being and the more feeling, thinking parts of our being. This is one of the only times I'm going to ask you to round your spine in yoga. If that does not feel comfortable for your back, you can keep your spine long. Relax your feet. Go ahead and round, fingertips down. Walk your way over to the right with your fingertips, with your body. Lift your left hip off the floor. Turn the toes in. Continue to walk as far back behind you as feels okay. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows like a little push-up. Nose reaches or touches the floor. Inhale, lift up, but stay low and rounded. Breathing out as you need to. Stay low. Walk over to the left. Lift your right hip off the floor. Turn toes in. Walking as far back behind you as feels okay. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows like a little push-up. Inhale, you lift up. Stay nice and low. Walk back through center. Stay low. Exhale as you need to. You're breathing continuously. Left hip off the floor, toes turn in. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows. Good. Inhale, lift up, but stay low. Walk your way through center, breathing out. Keep your breath flowing in and out. When you get back, inhale, exhale, bend elbows. Inhale, lift up. Walk through center, over to your right. Breathing in and out. Inhale, lift. Walk through center. This is your last one. Over to the left. Turn right toes in. Inhale as you're ready. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift. Walk back through center. Let the spine straighten. You can flex the toes. Take a full breath. Good. Bend the knees. Let's meet in tabletop. We'll continue with awareness of the spine and torso with cat and cow integration. Wrists are below shoulders, knees are hip distance. Tuck the toes as you inhale, let the belly stretch, lift your heart, tailbone to sky, gaze slightly forward and up. Exhale, tops of the feet press. Puff the upper back, chin to chest, gaze into navel. Full breath out. Inhaling, tucking toes, heart lifts, shoulders back and down. Exhaling, tops of the feet press. Curl, tailbone in, chin to chest, gaze inward. Breathing in, tucking toes, heart lifts, shoulders back and down. Breathing out, round through the spine, puff the upper back, breathe it out. Take 2 more. Good. Come on back to neutral spine. Go ahead and sit back onto the heels. You can sit here on hero's pose, or you can go back to crisscross. You choose. If you are seated here, you can always take a block on between the ankles to sit down onto a block. We're going to move our awareness into the fingers. Try to start by just noticing the fingers. And then when you're ready, we'll take the arms right out in front, either shoulder height or slightly lower. Breathing in, spread the fingers really far apart. Breathing out, squeeze in a tight little fist. Good. Breathing in, spread the fingers really far apart. Breathing out, squeeze them in a tight little fist. Breathing in, spread far apart. Breathing out, squeeze. 2 more. Breathing in. Breathing out, squeeze it in. Breathing in, releasing, letting go. Breathing out, holding in what's dear. Good. Release and relax. Notice the fingers. 1 more breath. Move your attention and awareness up and into the wrist joints from the inside out. Good. Scoop up the right forearm with the left hand. Hold it steady without squeezing too hard. Take the right thumb to the inside of the palm. Fingers wrap around the thumb. Start to rotate the wrist. Doesn't matter which direction you start in, whichever went natural. Keeping your breath flowing. You can close your eyes or watch the joint, or find a drishti elsewhere. Try to just move from the wrist as much as possible. Relax the rest of the body. Go ahead and reverse those wrist circles, go the other direction. Okay. Release and relax this side. Take a breath in between. Scoop up left forearm, thumb to the inside, fingers wrap around. Hold steady with the left forearm without gripping too tight. Start to rotate the wrist. Breathing in and out. Good. Keep your breath. Reverse the circles. Remember, any cracking or popping is okay as long as it's not painful. If your pain point is here and you're moving to the edge of your pain, remember that you can stay there as long as it feels okay for your body, as long as it will be okay later, and as long as you can breathe. Okay, release and relax. 1 breath. Bring your awareness now to the elbow joints, our area boundaries, what we push away from our life and what we bring in. We're going to bring the fingers up to the deltoids, and this is like the knees, but we're going to do both at the same time. You can hold elbows shoulder height or slightly lower if that feels better for your shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, let the arms go long, full release. Inhale, bringing in. Exhale, let it drop, let it go. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, bring it in. And exhale, let it go. Good, release and relax. Take a breath. You could stay in shoulders if you excuse me. You can stay in hero's pose if that's comfortable. We're going to move on to the shoulders. So I'm going to switch to crisscross legs. Settle into your seat, gather your props as you need to. Awareness to the shoulders. This is where we carry our burdens and responsibilities. Now let's bring our fingertips to the deltoids. You're going to inhale, bring the tops of the hands up and back behind you. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back. Drag the elbows at your sides, and then bring the elbows up in front of your chest, and maybe they touch. Inhale, tops of the hands together. Exhale, squeeze the elbows back, shoulder blades together. Drag the elbows down to your sides, back up and in. Good. Inhale, toss the hands towards each other. It's okay if they don't touch. Exhale, squeeze the elbows back, shoulder blades together. Drag it down, forward, in. Two more. Inhale, squeeze it back. Exhale, drag it down, forward, in. Inhale, squeeze it back. Exhale, down, forward, and in. Good. Release and relax. Awareness to the shoulders. Notice. Final destination, the neck, the highway between the feeler of the heart and the thinker of the brain and mind. Good. We're going to inhale and look up towards the sky as much as is okay without pain. Open and stretch the mouth and jaw. Exhale, relax the mouth and draw the chin to the chest. Just move from the neck. Inhale, lift up, look up, open, stretch mouth and jaw. Exhale, relax mouth and jaw, chin to chest. Inhale, look up, open, stretch. Exhale, relax mouth and jaw, chin to chest. Inhale, look up, open, stretch. Exhale, relax mouth and jaw, chin to chest. One more. Good. Bring your gaze back up to neutral. Shoulders stacked over your hips. Stay with the neck. Inhale as you are. Exhale, look as far past the right shoulder as you can. Eyes open or closed, your choice. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look as far past the left shoulder as you can. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Maybe if your eyes are open, you're noticing a gaze point as far back behind you. Inhale, center. Exhale to right. Inhale, center. Exhale to left. One more each side. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Good. Inhale, center. Stay with the neck. Take your hands out towards either side. We're going to breathe in as you are. Breathe out, slide the right hand as far to the right as is comfortable. Let your right ear drip to the shoulder. So we're not turning the gaze. We're keeping the gaze neutral, chin in line with chest. Just the ear drifts the shoulder, the side body bends. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, slide the left hand to the left ear to left shoulder. Right hand can go to the lap or wherever is comfortable. Inhale, back up. Exhale, slide to your right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, back up. Exhale, slide to your left. Inhale, back up. Exhale to your right. Maybe you slide out a little bit further if it feels okay. Inhale. Exhale, slide to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Good. One more to each side. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Noticing the sides of the neck. Exhale to the left. Inhale back up. Take a breath. Finally, we'll seal off with a mudra of protection. So take your hands in front, breathe in. Breathe out, slide your way out into a fold. Forearms can come down, or maybe you don't go that far. Maybe you slide all the way out and your forehead releases to the floor. Or you can double stack your fists on top of each other, letting the forehead touch down there. 3 long and slow breaths in and out. Take your time to exhale. And slowly lift yourself back up. Come back to sit, hands in your lap or at your knees. Just a few more moments of checking in. You can keep your breath deep or neutral and unchanged. Simply notice your energy, awareness in the physical body, any tensions or easefulness, your breath, or anything else. Feel free to stop this video and stay for as long as you'd like. This might be a beautiful portal into meditation. Otherwise, we'll finish here. You can take your hands together, thumb to the heart.